All right, we're back out tractor shopping. Let's see what we're going to look at today. Stay with me. All right, so today we have a TYM 654. That's a TYM 654. It's a little bit smaller than my 573, a little bit less horsepower, but I've been trying to look at TYM for a while, and Dietz tractor just started carrying them, and here's one right here. So let's just take a quick look at it and let's go over some details. All right, let's get the hood opened up on this thing. In order to do that, you got a front grille here. You have to loosen this front grille up like that. You have one on the other side as well. It's right here. To loosen that up, you have to move the front grille out of the way in order to open it, and then there's a switch here in the front, or a lever here in the front, and that is how you open the hood. All right, I'm going to get you up in here and get you a good look at the engine. This is a 67 horsepower. This is a Deutz engine. It's a TCD 2.9 liter 4-cylinder engine. It has 67 horsepower, 61.9 at the PTO. Airbox. This is your front. There's your oil coolers, your condenser coil, your radiator, and all this. It looks like there's screens that you can pull out. I don't see that there's a way to pull any of these condenser coils or anything out to blow them out, but you have screens in front of them, and you can get an air comb down in between them and blow them out if you need to. Just a quick comment about the hood. It is not steel. It is actually a plastic or fiberglass, I don't know which. It has some steel supports in it here and here, and then so forth. On the driver's side, you have your oil filter down in here, right there, and then back up in here. Looks like an oil fill right there, the yellow cap. Your dipstick is right there. This will be the passenger side of the engine. Hard to see some of this, but here's your passenger side of the engine. Here's your turbo. All right, let's talk about the front end loader. Here it is, your tag on it. It's a TX65 SL. The lift capacity at the pin, again, this is at the pin, and that's this pin right there. That lift capacity is 3,122 pounds. Breakout force from the ground is 5,225 pounds. The bucket on this tractor is a 66-inch bucket, so it's not a it's not a super wide bucket, but it does cover the entire tractor. This tractor weighs 5,555 pounds. 5,555 pounds. That's not too bad. This is not a huge tractor, but that's without the loader, by the way. No loader on it, 5,555 pounds. This is the top of the tractor. At the front axles on this thing, you have a little place to check the oil on the front axles on top. Looks like a fill port, possibly a drain right there. Fuel tank on this tractor is 18.5 gallons. It looks like you have an adjustable rear tires for your width. Looks like the front ones can be flipped for a little bit wider. So it has two standard remotes, your center link, your PTO. Cover does not move, it's solid. There's the area where you check your hydraulic oil. Here's where you put your hydraulic oil in at. Then you have both sets of your 3-point linkages are adjustable. You have your sway bars. These are the pin style. This is the type of pin style that I like. Out here on the outside, it has your 3-point handle so that you can raise and lower your 3-point from the outside while you're putting an implement on. This particular tractor has R4 tires on it. You can get R1s on this tractor. Now, I am not for sure, because I can't find anything that says that you can order this with R14s. There's a possibility that you can get this tractor with R14 tires on it. I don't know about you, but we need to jump up in the cab. Let me show you around a little bit, okay? First things first, as we jump in, it has a suspension seat in it. You have your adjustment for your suspension seat for your weight, and then it has another adjustment right there. That there, I believe, is to, I think it has something to do with how high the seat sets, but it's not much of an adjustment. It just has a little bit of an adjustment in it. So some of you may have heard me talk about this before, where the seats, if you look right here, there's a bolt here and there's a hole here. The seat has an adjustment to go backwards a little bit. It's on the back right here too. So it looks like you can move this seat back this much. So if you're big like me, you might be able to fit a little better. I'm going across here real quick on the bottom. PTO is a 540, 750, 1000 plus a neutral position. Over here you have your differential lock. This is your position control, or your speed for your 3-point, how fast or slow it goes down. It is a 6-pillar cab. On my right side, it has windows that open and close on it, both sides. Down here on the right side beside you, you have your position control, your draft control, and then you have 2 levers here. These are for your remotes in the back, and then you have an open position here for a 3rd remote. Now these do set behind you and down low here on the bottom. I will tell you that. Okay, and then let's move up here to the gear shift. You have your 4-speed transmission gear shift right here. On the driver's side, you have your range control. There's low, medium, high, so there's 3 ranges. And down here, there's a lever right here. This is your creeper control. If you don't know, you have 3 ranges, 4 speeds, that's 12 by 12. When you pull up your lever for your creeper, with them up you have 12 gears, that's 12 in your creeper. With it down you have 12, I would call it just standard transmission gears. That's what that is. And one of the things that this TYM does not have on it is a D-clutch button. So you have to push on the clutch to shift gears. You have your air conditioning controls right here. There are 8 vents in here for the air conditioning. You have 2 back here in the back, 1 here on the side, and then you have 4 that go across the front up here, and then you have 1 more right over here, and back 1 behind me. You have a sunroof up here. You can open this up. It's actually not really a sunroof. I call it a sunroof, but it actually just opens up to let air out. So there's no glass here. You can stick your hand through it. You have a Kenwood stereo right here. You have your speakers on both sides. Going down the column, you have your front and rear windshield wipers. You have your front and rear headlight, your lights on the cab. Up here in the front, once it's coming from the top to the bottom, you have your emergency blinkers, your 4-wheel drive engagement right here. You have turn signals, a horn, and then your headlights that are in the grill. This is a power shuttle. So you have your power shuttle shift here, and then down here you have your adjustment for your power shuttle. So this determines how harsh your power shuttle engages. Going to the other side of the column, you have your throttle control, your PTO control, your ignition, and then right here, this is your manual auto control for your PTO. This is for if you're running implements that when they come out of the ground, you need them to turn off. You put it on auto, and it will turn off for you when you raise it up. Down here, you have your brake. You have your parking brake right here. You push your brakes down, engage your parking brake. Right here is your steering column control for the adjustments for your steering column. All right, we're running it at idle. Here goes the loader. We're just going to go all the way up with it. Remember, it is a self-leveling loader. That's all the way up. Now we're going all the way down. All right, let's bring it up to, let's say, what do you want to do, 2,000 RPMs? Let's do 2,000 RPMs. All right, we're at 2,000 RPMs. Let's bring that loader all the way up. That's all the way up. Let's go all the way down. All right. let's go for a ride. Alright, I have a comment I want to make. This interesting. This tractor has that gurgle in it that my LS has in it. Just a weird gurgle sound in it's in the steering mostly. Interesting. I find that interesting. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. This thing can be shifted on the go. You do have to use your clutch, but it can be shifted on the go. So there's first gear, second gear, third gear, and fourth gear. So, but it's got that, all the gears are synchronized on it. Here's the deal. This is about the size of tractor that I'm looking for. I don't always need the bigger tractor, and a lot of times I want to throw one on a trailer or something like that and go somewhere with it. And the smaller, a little bit smaller tractor would be nice to throw on the trailer and take with me somewhere. This has got a little bit less weight than the 573 that I have. I think it would be a good addition. I'm not sure that I'm going to go with TYM still. I'm still looking at a couple other brands, but I will tell you this. Look, TYM tractors are making advances. There's supposed to be I think it's a 4058 that's coming out. I don't know when that's coming out, and from what I can tell, no one does. Now overseas, in different places of the world, they have different TYM tractors than what we have here in the States. We have the T654. They have different numbers on their tractors. They're actually a little different on the inside, but like this particular tractor is a T654. It's a very simple design. It has a lot of simple features to it and so forth, but if you look on the TYM website and you go to the World website, what you might find is that they have what they call a T68. A nice tractor. It's got a lot of electronics in it, a lot of good, nice gear that we don't have here in the United States for this horsepower, I guess I would say, for this horsepower. Well, the only tractor we have right now is this T654. And so there is no T68 here in the United States that I know of. If you're looking for a tractor that's and you're on a budget, you know, you might check out the T654. That's one reason I'm looking at it. I'm on a budget, okay? I don't have $100,000 to spend on a tractor. But, and look, I could go out and buy a used tractor, but that comes with a whole nother set of problems too. And saying, look, I'm not going to argue with you that the older units are better. They are. If you're looking for an economical tractor that's, you know, simple and doesn't have a whole lot of whistles and bells on it, this is it right here. I would say the TYM makes a good tractor. And before you tell me that TYM's junk, I think you might want to do a little research. You do this. Once you go out there and type in TYM and John Deere and see how they're married together in some way, I think you're going to be surprised. They're not here in the United States like that, but overseas they are. So the jury is still out. I don't know which tractor I'm going to buy. I've been looking at all these different tractors. I just don't know. Been out tractor shopping. Today is TYM day. We're only looking at the 654 today. There are the T654 and the TYM. We're not looking at any other one. There is a T754. It's a little bit bigger than this tractor. Not much. There's a lot of the same. They're a lot the same. This one has smaller tires on it. Transmission, I think, is different. You have an option on that 754, I believe, for a creeper gear. But on this tractor right here, it comes standard with all of that. So it makes it a 24 by 24, whereas the 754, I believe, is 12 by 12. And look, that's just from the research I've done. I haven't done the 754 yet. We're going to be working on a video for 754, I think. But that's what we were looking at today, the T654. T654 is not a bad little tractor. It drives good, I'll say that for it. How it performs out in the field, I don't know. Until next time, thanks.